I think people use religion a lot as just this card that they put down that is just over encompassing without realizing that there are people and people's lives behind it. And, um, I don't want to like get too much into religion, but people tend to cherry pick what works for them and their narrative with religion.
It's so easy. And I certainly think we saw this with the whole Black Lives Matter movement of people just kind of putting the black square up. And it's like, we've never seen anything from this brand or this influencer before, but now all of a sudden they're a huge supporter because it's trending.
Right.
And it's like, that's not helpful. But I like what you said about you got to start somewhere. And so even if there is this kind of push and this support, maybe we are moving in the right direction, even if it's not necessarily the right way. We're getting there. We're trying to go there.
Right.
I like what you said also about how the wedding and event space has been, you know, generationally and kind of traditionally focused around bride and groom, right? And when you have that, I think that you kind of have to look historically and see, weddings traditionally were these religious type ceremonies, and so many different religions are not favorable to LGBTQ communities. And so I bring that up, and I think this is a really tough topic, an interesting topic, because when you have a religious, whether that's Christian, whether that's Muslim, whether that's Hindu, Indian, whatever it is, right? When you have a tradition like that has been going on for thousands of years, and you are trying to break those norms, I guess my big question is, how can someone who really wants to be inclusive,
Mhm.
how can they still hang on to some of those religious traditions? It's this really like tough thing. And I feel like a lot of folks struggle with that. So what insight do you have for us on that?
Well, I mean, for couples, if religion is important to you, and if sadly that religion is not supportive of your love, like let's take Catholicism, for instance, um, you can still, if it's important to you, you can still include readings, into your ceremony. Certain traditions, ceremonial traditions, you can certainly, still nod to it, because I think it should be reflective of the couple and it should be about the couple. And if that is important to the couple and that's what they want, then they shouldn't shy away from it, if that's what's going to make their ceremony complete.
Mhm.
Um, can they get married in a Catholic church? They're going to probably have to refocus, their venue choice, but incorporating, like I said, like readings, or other traditions, whatever the religion may lend itself to, they can certainly still do that and still honor that interest of theirs, and that part of their lives. So,
And I promise I'm asking you the hard questions first, and then we're going to get to some more of the education stuff. But what about for the business owners? I know like there's obviously widely publicized kind of obvious cases like the bakery in Colorado, and different things where there have been businesses that haven't been comfortable aligning themselves. And like you said, as far as a supportive effort, when you're donating to organizations that are supporting equality in these ways, what is your advice for someone, say they're listening to this right now and they don't necessarily, because of religious beliefs, they aren't aligned, right? But they don't have any hate. They're not trying to be antagonistic, but they yet don't feel comfortable adopting those same values. Do you have some advice for them? Like what does a business do in this case?
I mean, no one's going to, if you are a vendor and you do not believe two people should get married because of who they are and or who they love, um, an LGBTQ plus couple, that's not fair to them to work with you. Like if you are not there to celebrate their love, like why would they want to work with someone like that? I think it's important to do a deep reflection of yourself and your values and ask yourself, why you think that, why you believe that, and do some education and read some human stories. I think people use religion a lot as just this card that they put down that is just over encompassing without realizing that there are people and people's lives behind it. And um, I don't want to like get too much into religion, but people tend to cherry pick what works for them and their narrative with religion.
So
And
true.
so, you know, like, is it okay for you? Why is it okay for you to do some things that are against the Bible, for instance, but not this? And I think it's really important to like reevaluate your own beliefs. Um, there are plenty of Christians and other religious people who do support equality and support marriage equality and love between two people of the same sex. And they can, you know, religion, and in their narrative, religion supports it. So, you know, the whole homophobia, for instance, homophobic, that's not even a word in the Bible. And people use that as like this term in the Bible that says that, a man cannot be with another man. Um, I'm not a religion expert, so I don't want to like, get into it too much, but I think it's really important for you to see it as humans and not just writing it off because someone in a religion told you it's not allowed.